Thank you, sir. And Josh Hicks.
Thank you, Mayor Gray, City Council members, for having us here today and listening to us speak. I live in South Lexington. I'm also a candidate for the State House of Representatives in the 45th District. And I'm here today to urge this body to adopt a resolution supporting House Bill 166 and Senate Bill 118. In the interest of full disclosure, House Bill 166 was filed in part by a high school classmate of mine, John Sims Jr. I know John and have known him for nearly his entire life. Because I know his character and because I've read this bill, I understand exactly what's in it. And I understand that this is going to be the gold standard of medical cannabis bills in the United States. I come to you today as a former United States Marine to say that our veterans have chronic conditions that can be helped by medicinal cannabis. I come to you today as a former Maysville Police Department employee and officer with 5 years of experience, including training police officers and working with our emergency response team. I come and bring you that experience today to tell you that I have seen in this bill how these laws will be enforced. I come to you today to quell your fears about intoxicated driving, because this bill will help fund the exact efforts we need to stop people from illegally using this or using it in driving on our roads. I don't come to you today as a patient. The stories you've heard today should move your heart. You should know that these people find relief from medical cannabis, that this is something that gets them out from under the thumb of pharmaceutical companies who are having lawsuits filed against them all across the country, including in our own state. This is the type of bill that will make Kentucky a leader. And I know we as Lexingtonians pride ourselves in being a leader in this state. Your voices today, this resolution, can go to Frankfurt. It can change minds. It can get relief for the patients that need it. And it can help our law enforcement officers implement this bill correctly so that we're all safer for having had it. I appreciate your time today, and I hope that you consider a resolution strongly. Thank you.
All right. Josh, thank you very much. Any council members wish to speak? All right. I will say that I think that I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. I think you have been clear and you have been persuasive. I've been persuaded to support this legislation. It would be, of course, up to the council and its wisdom to take the issue up. And I'll ask if the council does wish to. It appears that the council does not, at least tonight, wish to. I hope that they may consider it. Thank you all again for being here tonight. Does anyone? Okay, Fred. Oh, I didn't see that. Councilmember Maloney? Councilmember Brown. Fred Brown.
I support this resolution, or we don't have a resolution, but I support what these gentlemen are saying. And if we've got a House bill there, and state and Senate both have got a lot of support on that, and a number of states are already into this, and if we can do something and do it right in Kentucky, then I guess what's our next procedure? Maybe put it in the committee, or we got time to do that, or
I would say that
a resolution next Tuesday.
That would work. That would work. What you just said, the resolution coming next Tuesday.
And I don't know who wants to adopt that, or if you want to bring it from the administration.
We could do that. Could prepare
Let
one.
some others speak about it.
Yeah, Councilmember Maloney, you wish to speak?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd support this, and my question is how quick you need this, because I assume it's going into committee for discussion real soon, and I don't want to be sitting here making a resolution and then we have to wait 2 more weeks for another, because we don't meet for another 2 weeks. So my question is, do we have a draft right now? And I would like someone to go ahead and make the motion. Since we have a draft, I would recommend that we have a motion made, and I would second it if the motion we had some correct language. So if you have the language, I would.
We have a draft available for tonight if you want to use it.
Huh?
We have a draft for tonight if you want to use it.
You got a draft?
There is a draft available. David? All right. Why don't you bring that up to, you want to take a look at it, Councilmember Brown? As a motion? All right, we'll get there. Fine. Councilmember Stinnett, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. Let me reiterate a couple of things. One, due to the pension bill being filed this week, obviously this has been put on a small delay. So we do have some time, but I think we already have a resolution drawn up by the law department. I'll be glad to bring it at the appropriate time on Tuesday, because right now it's public comment, and council shouldn't be making motions during public comment. So Monday or Tuesday, we can present it properly, vet it, do what we need to do, and we have a week and a half, and we can pass it as a council. That's what I'd like to do, Mayor.
Well, that's fine. I don't want to.
Thank you.
We could do it now if we adjusted the rules, but if we don't want to do it now, that's fine too.
No,
Councilmember Henson.
I said when I was going to do it, so.
Okay. Councilmember Henson.
Thank you, Mayor. I too support the use of medical marijuana. But I just don't feel like tonight is the appropriate time to do it. But I would like to read these House bills, have time over the weekend to read them and make sure that, and then we can bring something on Tuesday. We'll have an opportunity to review this resolution. So that's it, Mayor. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you,
Thank you all
Councilmember
for
Henson.
being here.
Councilmember Plowman.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I, too, wholeheartedly support this. I know Louisville, we would be the 30th state. There are 20 other states in the country right now that do provide medical marijuana with a lot of benefits to the community. I believe the opioid decreased on the average of 25% in these states. A lot of positive things have happened. I did meet with law, and we do have a resolution. I was not bringing it forward tonight, but I think my colleagues have said Tuesday would be a good time to bring it forward. We can discuss it at work sessions. So that will be what we do.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Councilmember Plowman. Councilmember Maloney, let's let Councilmember Lamb speak, and then we'll come back to you. Councilmember Lamb?
Thank you. I guess I would ask House Bill 166, where is it in the process? Who can speak to, if you wouldn't
Can
mind
you
to
come over to the podium, please?
We just need to know, is it in committee or is it had a hearing? Where is it in the process, please?
Well, my name is Jaime Montalvo. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, actually. I'm here with the other veterans here. It is, House Bill 166 is before the Judiciary Committee, housed by Chairman Joe Fisher from Northern Kentucky. It has not been heard. It has been kind of cast aside and just being held by the committee. And this is an act to try to get it to move forward. We have had Maysville, Mason County, Bullitt County, the city of Shepherdsville have all passed resolutions in support of medical cannabis. We are waiting for Morgantown, Hillview, Paintsville passed one. There's multiple other cities that are in the works of actually, just like you guys discussing it. I'm willing to answer questions if you have about the bill. It's a limited medical cannabis bill for qualifying conditions. So a physician has to approve you. They have to actually qualify you as a patient. The state has to then approve you through a department being built under the Public Protection Cabinet. It's all under control by the state. The state has ultimate control of who is approved and who is denied. They approve licenses. Now, the licensing is something that's really key because if we pass the law, it'll come right back to this council right here, and you will have to vote it in to licensing in your local community. It's an opt-in program, just like alcohol is here in Kentucky. We'll have opt-in for cannabis licensing across the state, so it doesn't automatically legalize the sale in your community.
I appreciate this. My main question was revolving around the time frame.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We all know that if something is in committee and has a scheduled hearing and so forth, that that time is of the essence, and that's the reason why I was asking this.
We have less than 20 days of session.
Judiciary Committee, and do you know when? It's not scheduled for a hearing yet.
The next Judiciary Committee meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, We have less than 20 days as of today in session.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, council
All right.
members.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Lamb. Vice Mayor Kay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Wait a minute. Wait. We've got Councilmember Stinnett. Vice Mayor Kay has the floor. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. I too believe that medical marijuana has many merits, and I appreciate all of you for coming forward and presenting your case tonight. I believe it is appropriate for this body to wait until Tuesday. I've had a chance to review some of the materials that have been used as a part of the effort to convince the legislature, and I have scanned the bill, but I've not read it in detail. I believe every council member deserves an opportunity to read it and to look at the supporting materials, and then on Tuesday we can consider exactly what the appropriate path forward is for this body. But thank you all for coming here. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember Farmer.
I agree with all the comments and appreciate the testimony and the service of the people here. What critical path would we take, and how quickly could we take it starting on Tuesday? I mean, if it's 2 more weeks before our next council meeting, I'd like them to have this in time to know that we are supportive and to take action. And I guess 20, you're saying there's 20 legislative days plus weekends, I guess.
There's 20 days left of the actual session, business days.
So 20. Well, it'll cut it a little close. You know, we're all, I mean, this is one of those things I want to jump in and do, but the Vice Mayor's correct. People need to look at the bill and understand it. And I just know we're here and we're empowered to act, and I want to act, but I see a reason not to. But I believe you can tell we're very supportive on your behalf.
Thank you, Councilmember Farmer. Councilmember Masadi.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, gentlemen, for your testimony. I really appreciate you coming down here this evening. Is there anyone involved in your committee in the medical community? I've not read the bill thoroughly, and I certainly would like, I am not a physician. I would like to get some more information about that. Is there someone that's involved in your committee or has been working with you in the medical community?
No, but it's present.
Could that happen Tuesday? Could that happen possibly Tuesday? That maybe we could. I think a physician that deals with this as a specialty would be very helpful.
I don't know about a specialty.
Oh.
I've worked with some physicians who deal with this, and that's why I was curious that maybe if you had someone that you've used as far as reference, advice, so forth, that may be able to answer any questions, because I am certainly not a physician.
Well, if we're going to continue on exchange, you'll need to come to the podium. Yes, sir. Please. So we get it recorded. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, we do have physicians from Kentucky who are knowledgeable about the cannabis plant and that are knowledgeable about the legislation being proposed in Frankfurt, and they could answer your questions on Tuesday. I have a few that we could pick from.
Certainly. That would be helpful.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Councilmember Masadi. Councilmember Gibbs.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say I was very moved by every one of you guys. You did a wonderful job, and I will support the motion when it comes forward. I agree we need to wait till Tuesday. I've not read the legislation myself. Be responsible to vote on anything I hadn't read, but you guys certainly have moved me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Back to Councilmember Maloney.
Thank you, Mayor. I mean, being in Frankfurt and worked there, I just want to be sure we do not, I think everybody is on board. I just want to be sure we do it fast, because it'll be 14 days before we can have the second reading from today. And you're talking 20 days, and you're talking you may meet next Wednesday. I don't know how we can speed the process up, but I have been following this. Secretary of State Allison Grimes has been pushing this, has been in the papers. It's not like something we just learned yesterday. It's been ongoing. She's been, and I support her for her stance on this. And I think it's very important from hearing your stories. I have family members who have the same problem that some of you all have. And I think, to me, This is very important that we do this, and my colleagues need more time to read this, but I just want to let you know it is important, and it's in my heart that we need to do this as soon as possible. And I just don't want us to be hurt if you all meet Wednesday in front of, I know how that process works. So I want to know that Lexington is on board, and hopefully we can get this pushed through for you.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Maloney. Councilmember Stinnett again.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to know specifically, when's the last day of session? Because it's not 20 actual physical days. It's spread out through what, end of March, April? Yeah, so we have a, right. But take your time. You can let us know that on Tuesday. I just want to make sure the exact time frame, because I don't want to mislead anyone that if we don't do it Tuesday or whatever. But I think as normal council procedure is, when we vote on a Tuesday on something to go on the docket, it's often reported that we passed it. So I think that alone would be ammunition enough to take Wednesday next week. So thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Looks like that's all who've signed on. Oh, Councilmember Farmer. Back to Councilmember Farmer.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
We could, motions are still in order. We're here, we can make motions. And if we look at this on Tuesday, if we wanted to have a special called meeting, we could have a motion to that end now for a special call meeting on Tuesday at the end of work session or at 6 o'clock or whatever you want to say to take up this resolution that Councilmember Paloman has handed around. So I make a motion to have a specially called meeting to consider a potential resolution this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m. So moved. All right.
Motion by Councilmember Farmer and...
let me amend it to 5 p.m. then. Yes, thank you very much.
Did you all get it? And who was this? We had several seconds. Councilmember Maloney, you gave a second to it? All right. All right. Is there discussion on the motion? Is it understood? Councilmember Masadi?
I am absent Tuesday, for the record.
Okay. All right. Councilmember Stinnett?
Yeah, I have a meeting at 5 o'clock already after the council work session already scheduled, so I won't support doing a special meeting, but I think once again, like it was this past Tuesday, Councilmember Farmer, the motion you entertained with the $20 million on RUP, or the Lexington Convention Center project, it was reported that we passed it. So I think often enough our symbolic putting it on the docket here at work session is more than enough to get legislation forwarded across the state. So I'm sorry, but I want to be here for it. I just can't on Tuesday.
All right. Any further discussion on the motion? All right. Let's vote. You all understand the motion? Councilmember Lamb?
I just want to make sure that you clarified what the special meeting was for. I just want to make sure that you stated that, because when you call a special meeting, you have to call it for a say what it's for. So,
I understood it to be. Did you understand it? That was it clear to you, Clerk David? Was it clear?
We understood it to be to entertain a resolution on the issue of medical marijuana.
There we go. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Any further discussion? All right. Let's vote then. All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Opposed, no. All right. Motion carries. All right. Is there anything further to come before the council? All right. If not, then I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Farmer to adjourn, second by Councilmember Masadi. Unless there's objection, we are adjourned.